'cause you never show. You say you will, but then you don't. That's how it goes. Don't wanna know. I'm turning off my mind so I get by.
Hello guys, welcome to our dance talk. Today we have a special guest. They're all special. It's Eulia Baranovsky-Neal, and she's, I guess we'll say former dancer, because now she's an artist, and this is what we're going to talk about. But when she danced, she was a finalist in all the major smooth competitions, national finalist, world smooth finalist, and was just amazing, beautiful, very feminine dancers. Was maybe biased, but maybe was one of my favorites. Welcome, Yulichka.
Welcome. How are you today?
I am good. Hi, guys.
Hello, it's good to see you.
Good to see you. I'm like, am I supposed to talk now?
Yes, the thing, you're on. We're recording.
Yes, okay. This is all new, so.
I know you've been like super active on social media right now. You know, usually
yeah,
you're very rarely seen, and now you're like 25 times a day I see you.
Yes, I am coming out of my comfort zone, right? Because I'm a very private person. I don't typically do a lot of social media. But since I've been, since I've opened my art store, I am now joining the social media force.
Right.
And I want to share my art with everybody and have it available so that people can see it. So it's not just in my house for me to see.
Right.
And just spreading the word.
Before we get to your art, because we're for sure going to talk about it. I actually personally met Yulia, I don't know, when you literally just started dancing. Yeah?
Absolutely.
Yeah, for people that don't know, can you give them a bit of a story how you got into the Art de Murray and the whole little, you know?
Yeah, it's a very cool story, I think, because I didn't start out as a ballroom dancer. And my background goes back to Minsk, to my music studies. And then when we moved to US, I started to paint and take art classes, and went to fine art school and majored in graphic design. And then as I was working as a graphic designer, I was looking for extracurricular activities, for my soul. And I took ballet classes as well before, just for fun, and jazz classes. And I love dancing, and it's something that I missed when I was doing the graphic design work, because you're sitting most of the time, So I wanted to move my body. I wanted to be out there. And then someone recommended Art de Murray classes, and I was like, what's that? And they said, we went and had a swing class. There was a colleague of mine, and we had a Russian instructor. His name is Andrei. Like, ooh, this is interesting. Russian people dancing, this is up my alley. So yeah, I went to Art de Murray. I took an introductory class, and I bought a first package. And I did like a month, I believe, in that school, taking lessons, joining all the group classes, and doing the parties. And my instructors and the manager suggested that I become a teacher, because they saw that I was very talented and I was picking up things really fast. And
not wrong.
Yeah.
Wrong.
Yeah, and so this was the year that I believe you moved to US. This was 1998.
Yes.
Yeah, and so basically what happened was I combined my full-time job as a graphic designer at this advertising agency at Cincinnati, Ohio. I was living back there, and at night I would go to take the dance classes, or then later train from like 6 p.m. till midnight every day. So I mean, for probably, 4 to 6 months, I barely slept because I combined the two full-time jobs, if you can look at it that way. And then I entered the first professional competition. And this is when I met Lena, because she came to that competition in Cincinnati, Ohio, and we met for the first time, and even Augusta Schiavo danced.
I wanted to actually tell that story because you were so new to dancing, and then Augusto actually
4 months. I think it was like 4 months in. Yeah.
Full house and cooked pasta for everyone. And I don't think you at that point had even understanding who he was. And we were all sitting at your house and going, oh my God, Augusta is making a pasta for us. And Yulia is like, la, 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 la. What do you need? Do you need a pan? Do you need this? Do you need this? And we were like,
And I remember thinking, I didn't know who he was or anything, but I was happy that he was cooking. And I thought, oh my God, I didn't have any ingredients, so I was trying to find anything for him to cook, because I felt as a host, I'm failing because I don't have much stuff, And we had, I don't know, like 20 people in my house, it seemed like, and we were like eating, drinking all night. Everybody slept like on top of each other. It was fun.
Okay, so now that raises some questions, because I listened to that, and you've done art, you've done ballet, but you are from Minsk. Have you done like excessive like physical education of some sort? Because how did you get so fast, so good? Like, is that just like a genetic happening that your body just did what you wanted to do right away, or what's going on?
So, all right. So if I go back to when I was 5 years old, I was actually doing figure skating.
Mm-hmm.
And I did it for, I think, a year, maybe, from 5 till 6. And I was very flexible naturally. And I was, I think genetically, I was pretty, athletically built for something like dancing or ice skating. I loved it. And I wanted to continue, but because it was too far away, my mom could not take me every day for training. So we stopped it, unfortunately. And then I went to the music school, and we had some physical education, but not much. But I was always hanging from the swing set, skiing, skating, anything, playing basketball. I was always very active. So I think maybe that helped. And then I did take ballet and jazz at the age of 13, and I continued, up until the ballroom started. I continued to take classes, and then during my ballroom training, I continued to do that because it really helped me to build the body, to equip it with the proper strength and form, and just the strength of the legs and the core and everything, the whole form. But it was gruesome for me, because I felt when I started the ballroom training, I felt like I was so behind, all these Russian dancers that are amazing, that I'm competing with. They're so athletic and they're so powerful, and I was missing that power. Like, I was always very expressive in my dancing, but I missed the power, and I throughout the years I had to build it, so I was always working on that part. And it happened, but it took time. Like, I would say it took me at least maybe 10-15 years to get that power that I wanted.
But I wanted to give you a compliment, because I understand you start late. And actually, for people who's watching it and asking, is it too late to start? She started at 21, and
I think it was 21, 22. Like, yeah.
Became a smooth world finalist. So guys, if you think it's too late to start, it's never too late. But
right.
Just compliment you on your dancing. Yes, you maybe said I was missing that power, I was missing that, I don't know, maybe technique later you started. What made you a unique dancer? Because you always had this different like interpretation of what it is that you're dancing, like you said, expressive. And you just mentioned music, and I actually had no idea that you had also musical education. What was it? Did you take piano or
yeah.
And we have Snow here. Hey, Snow.
Hello.
Hello. Yeah, so I studied music seriously in a special music academy. It was Art and Music Academy in Minsk, Belarus. And for whoever is from Minsk, they might have heard it. It's Rshimi. The name was Rshimi. Anyway, I'm blanking out, but it was there's two schools like that. So I was in one of them, and we basically trained to be professional musicians. And I was studying violin for 2 years, violin and piano, and then I switched to what was called conducting major, in Russian хоровик дирижер, because that was my sister majored in that. So, you know, I had an example in front of me, and my grandmother, that was her profession. She was a professional conductor and the dean of the university. So I wanted to be just like them. So I transferred. And for 6 years before we moved to US, that's what I was going to become, you know, because my father is a violinist. He plays for Dayton and Columbus Symphony Orchestra. So my whole family is musicians, you know, everybody, my uncle, my dad, my grandparents, my aunts, everybody. So that's what, you know, I was supposed to become. But then when we moved, my parents gave me a green light to do other things, because we didn't have the money to put me through that type of level of education, you know, to achieve the profession in music. So I said, all right, I'm gonna paint and draw and dance. That's what I want to do. So that's my background. Yeah.
Right. Well, that's an awesome background. So
it definitely helped with the dancing part, because I'm very sensitive to music. You know, I'm very empathic as a person. So when I hear a sound, like something happens internally, you know, and my body wants to communicate that, you know. So even without training, I was able to do that. And I think that's what caught the attention, you know, of a lot of people. And the fact is, beside people like you, Lena, who knew me personally, not many people knew that I had no ballroom background. I hid it. I never spoke of it to anybody. And I think up until I met with Steve, you know, in 2003. And I remember the coaching with Marianne Nicole, and she was expecting me to do something because she thought that I have all these training, you know, from Russia.
Right.
And Steve have told her, listen, Guma, this girl is new. She doesn't know anything. She's just naturally gifted. That's it. And she's like, oh my God, I keep forgetting that you've only danced for 3 or 4 years, you know? So that gave me like, whew, okay, I didn't have that much pressure at the moment. But yeah, I had to build a lot of it up as I continued to, you know, to dance.
Yay.
How did you get into drawing?
And drawing. Yeah, so because you joined a little later. I covered it. Hi, honey. I covered it a little bit earlier. So I went to a fine art school, and I majored as a graphic designer. And this was part of my life before ballroom life. This was what I was doing professionally.
So
yeah, and
graphic design, because for me in my head, graphic design has to do with like doing stuff on computers. Like
yeah,
learn how to paint as well. Like
you have to have. So before I transferred to graphic design, I was in the fine art department. So, you know, I was taking sculpture and painting, oil painting, watercolor painting, like all the, you know, color theory, everything. And even if you're majoring in graphic design or architecture or fashion design, you have to have all of these basic knowledge. So you continue to develop artistically through school, you know, it's like a 5-year program, whatever your major is, graphic, architecture, fashion. So you have to be able to do some of the drawings and, you know, paintings and have a color understanding. So yeah, some basic skills. But before that, I was doing like fine art, which is what I'm doing right now. And if you remember, that when we met, like you saw a painting of me, right? And I kept saying like, I will paint you one day. I will paint you one day.
So now you're mostly painting ballroom dancing pictures.
Yes.
So was it right away you knew you wanted to do that because ballroom is your passion and painting is your passion, or did that develop, like, or is that just a part of what you're doing and the other part we don't know yet? What's going on with the painting?
So
curious.
So period. So what happened with my painting journey was that while I was dancing, you know, I'm very visual, and all this beauty around me constantly, you know, in motion. And it's, I was downloading it into my brain that one day, you know, when I have time, I will paint it all because it is just so gorgeous. You know, the body, the color, the you know, the lights, like just it takes over your whole. I mean, my imagination just always was sparkling with joy every time I would go into either a rehearsal or a competition or anything. You know, the ballroom dance is just effing amazing, you know. So I kept thinking, one day I'm gonna paint it all. One day, you know. So when I chose my exit time, which was, I believe was like 2013, the beginning of the year, I started to feel like this is my last year. I just knew it. So I started to prepare myself mentally what I'm going to do after I stop competing, you know, because as all of you guys know that stop competing, it's a very drastic change because we're so used to the speed, you know, of our life and the competitive preparation and everything. It's, you know, it's a lot to just stop the moving train that's going so fast.
Trigger? Was it just that you naturally felt, okay, you know, maybe my body doesn't feel it anymore, my mind is like just going in a different direction, or was there a life change? What made you decide that, okay, it's time to leave?
Yeah, I felt definitely physically that, okay, my body is telling me that I need to slow down, you know, because at that point I was 37, and I started to feel that it's becoming harder and harder for my body to do things that used to be easier before, you know, in terms of energy. Like I had to have more energy to do what I used to do with less energy. So I started to take a notice of it, and it started to become, I don't want to say harder, just more of a challenge, and I had to like push myself to do things, you know. And I'm not like that. If I have to push myself, then it's not gonna work as well for me personally. So I enjoy an easy flow. Okay, so I stopped having that ease, and I started to think, okay, my body's telling me, giving me little red flags, and also mentally I started to feel, okay, I'm reaching the point of satisfaction, and you know, I want to keep going in my life in terms of other things. You know, I want to still have time to have family. I want to have you know, my paintings. I want to have other things in my life, not just competitive dancing, you know, or just coaching or just judging, you know, all of that. I started to feel like I needed to expand.
Do you still coach, or do you work with couples?
Yeah, so I was always doing the coachings as, you know, parallel to competing. I would travel a lot, and there was a time when I stopped dancing with Stephen Doherty. So I had a period of 2 to 3 years when I was judging and coaching only. So the reason I came back to competition after that is because I realized what I was missing on the dance floor. And I was like, okay, I still have maybe a couple more years, you know, to dance. So maybe I should give it a shot, because now that I've seen it from the other side, I understand what I need to do, you know, to give people the beautiful dance product. And so I did the coaching, I did the judging, went back to competitive dancing, then went back to coaching and judging. And then I was like, all right, I need to have a plan for what's going to happen after, because I don't see myself doing this life marathon of constant travel for myself, because I wanted to have a family and I wanted to slow down a little bit. So yeah, so painting was definitely something that I was looking forward to, because I could do it from home and I could use all of my data that I collected, right? Imaginary data of what kind of paintings I wanted to paint. So I had to pour it out on canvas.
Now we know that you have a very special plan for us. You said, like Lena told me, that you wanted to do a giveaway. So now I'm really curious, because I see your paintings. I love your paintings, and I mean, it's very generous of you, and to be able for somebody to actually win one of your paintings, I think that's like really generous and really awesome. So I want to know all about it. Like, what do we have to do to get a painting from you?
So thank you. I'm giving away a print of a painting. So it's a matted print. It's ready to be hung on the wall, and it's 12 by 16 on a very beautiful quality paper. It's called metal paper. I don't have the print with me, but I have the painting with me that I'm gonna show you. So this is the, it's gonna be the, sorry, this is gonna be the, this way. This is gonna be the print of this painting. So the original painting is also available, but it's, I'm not giving the actual painting, it's the print of the painting.
Okay.
And the print itself is actually quite expensive too, so they're getting a good gift.
People the website, so when we edit this video, they're gonna see where to find your website.
So what do we have to do to get it?
So what you have to do to get this print is go to the link on your channel. It's going to take you to my website, to what we call a landing page, and it will give you the dates and the information about the print. And also all you have to do is just fill out your email to enter. That's it. Okay. Then after this is done, we're going to do it for 5 days. So you have time to enter, and then I will collect all of the entries, and depending on how many people enter, we're going to choose a random number to pick a winner. And we can do it in either, I just pick the number in front of you, or I can do it on a random calculator. So, but basically it depends, it's based on how many people enter. So if it's from 1 to 10, we're gonna choose the number between 1 and 10. If it's 1 to 100, it's gonna be between 1 and 100. So, and the other thing I believe we're doing is you like and share the post. Let me just see what Lena wrote to me. 1 second. So you have to say, follow my account. Yes, Eulia Baranovsky-Neal Art.
TV, yes.
and yes, and Dance TV and Top TV, and that's it, right? So we just follow both accounts and enter your email on the link.
That's very easy. Email, following 2 accounts, click on a link. My God, and you have a beautiful painting. Amazing.
Yeah. Yes, absolutely. So
Snejana, you were next on the list, because out of 3 of us, you also paint.
Yes, that's right. She's as talented as well. We're all so talented.
But that's why we're in the dance business.
That's right.
Well, once you're creative, you're creative in many directions, right?
Yeah. By the end of the interview, we usually do this fun stuff. We're doing a quiz. Snejana, are you ready to do the quiz?
Yes, I can be.
Yeah. Oops, we lost her again. No. We'll wait a little, because I know she Probably was running from somewhere. But basically the rules are, if she joins in, she'll do the quiz. If not, Babette, you can do it, right?
Sure, always.
The rules are, it's going to be a 10 short questions, no overthinking, whatever pops up first. I mean, we can chit chat a little if we like the answers, but usually just whatever randomly comes into your head. Oh, Snow is back. Yay.
I'm so sorry.
Okay, you're having some internet issues today.
I am having so many internet issues.
But
I can
you look beautiful. Look at you with lashes and everything. Were you like filming?
She's ready.
ready. I'm always ready.
He's ready for you. She knows.
All right. So I have some questions. Answer quickly. So the first one would be, if you can time travel, where would you like to be at this moment?
Right here.
Fun.
Okay.
So.
You said no thinking.
No thinking. Bam.
All right. That was clever. How do you describe yourself in 3 words?
Can you say one more time? How do you describe what?
How do you describe yourself in 3 words?
Oh, patient, kind, happy.
If you can't sleep at night, what do you do?
Visualize what I want in my life.
You actually are very good with visualizing. You always kind of have a plan. It's like, this is what I want to do, and then you go ahead and do it. Like, I always admire that. A lot of us just float with the dancing. You're like, nah, I'm gonna do this.
That's right. Always good. I don't think I do it on purpose. It comes, you know. I just stay open. I stay open to it, and whatever comes, like, this sounds good. I might try this, you know. Okay, how would I do this? And then the plan just kind of starts to emerge.
So the next question is, what is your favorite body part?
Ooh. Upper body. Chest, shoulders, the upper body. This part.
If you can shop in one store, where would it be?
For free.
Lululemon.
Lululemon. Ah, I would be like in art supplies or somewhere. That's so interesting. Lululemon.
You know, I'm thinking clothes because I need new clothes to exercise. So that's why I came in right away, because I've been online looking at stuff.
What is the best advice you ever gotten?
Don't remember right now, like specific, but it has to do with the self-doubt. Like, stop self-doubting yourself and believe in yourself.
What is your best partner? Or what was your favorite partner?
Oh my God, are you putting me in such a tough spot? I would have to say Steve Doherty.
Okay, credit to him, cha-ching.
But I love them all.
They all help you to develop, right? So if you had to pick an actor to play you, who would it be?
Cameron Diaz.
Cameron Diaz.
And the only reason I say this, I love her free spirit, and her or Kate Hudson maybe. Someone kept saying, "Oh, you look like Cameron Diaz. Oh, you look like Cameron Diaz." And I think it's because of the smile and, you know, the cute, the charming, whatever part. And I kept thinking, wow, I look like somebody. But yeah, I like her. She's fun.
How do you cultivate your positive energy?
Can you repeat this? Because I'm sorry.
How do you cultivate your positive energy? Because every time I see you, you're very positive. So how do you push yourself through on a daily basis?
I think naturally I love. Sorry. She was whining.
Oh.
I think naturally I love being here in this world, and it's not something I think about. It's a feeling. But on the days that I feel sad or something, I say a lot of affirmations. You know, I say I love and approve myself. I'm open and receptive, and just to help myself get into the right space of mind, you know, because we get a lot of noise. And yeah, good positive affirmations really help me to tune into who I am, and naturally I'm very happy. So it's hard, it's very difficult for me not to be happy because what is not to be happy about, you know? I'm here, I'm healthy, life is good. So yeah, just love, positive, look at everything, you know, glass half full instead of half less, whatever, empty. So yeah, I think that sums it up.
If you had to choose Lamborghini or Bentley, what would it be?
Oh, interesting. I don't really know about those cars. So I'll just say Bentley because, you know, I guess it's a classic. I would say Tesla.
There you go.
That's what I want to get right now. I keep on looking at it.
Model Y.
And my last
the
question is
Bentley
going
then.
to be,
Fine. I take the Bentley. Give it to me. You guys have to
Okay. I'll
take
give it to
Bentley.
you.
and the last question that I have is, you have a favorite quote, like something quotation that you use on a daily basis. Can you share it with us?
Oh, I'm bad with quotes. Let me see. Nothing is coming in right now. I don't really use quotes, you know, in my life. I read them and then they go. So I would say, like a mantra, like some kind of a mantra in my head. All is well.
All is well. I like that.
You know, like no matter what happens, I'm like, all is well. It is. I used to say this, and Stephen Doherty used to be on my case about it. I would say it is what it is, and what I meant by saying it, I accept what is, without any judgment or any, you know, influence on my part. I accept what all is. And he used to be upset when I would say it because he would think that I'm giving up. Like, it is what it is, you know, like whatever. But that was not the intention. And then later he understood what I meant. But accepting what is a good thing, you know, and that's why I say all is well.
Yurchik, before we finish, and we literally have like less than 5 minutes, we just want to I just kind of want to let everybody know that after you retired, you got your wish. Now you have your family and you have your baby girl. So she's only a year, correct?
Yes.
How do you feel right now as a new mommy?
You know, I still don't believe that I'm a mommy. And when I say those words, I'm like, oh, do you want mommy to do this? Do you want mommy to do that? It's still a foreign, you know, word to my head. I love it. I really love being a mom. I love everything that I get to experience through her every single day, every single moment. And not only that, I love the fact that my husband right now, he's semi-retired, so we're able to spend all the time together, you know, like how cool is that? Like the whole family's together all the time, and I get to see the interaction, you know, between her, me, him. It's just a beautiful thing, and I couldn't wish for anything more, you know. I always like to dream, right? You've mentioned it. I always have my vision and plan, but to be honest, I feel like I won a lottery because I wanted a family, but now it's more than that. And I'm very grateful for being a mom, married to a good man, you know, having a passion of my life, and talking to you guys. Yeah, I love it. I love being mom.
Well, I think
Well,
there's
maybe-
a lot of what people can learn from you just listening to you. Like your mindset and how you approach things in life.
I'm
Yes.
sorry.
Snejana, say what you wanted to say because you were delaying a little bit to the internet.
That's okay. I just wanted to say that I missed chatting with you. We haven't chatted in a while because now we live so far away from each other. And it just reminds me how happy of a person you are and how amazing you are. And I miss that in my life. So I'm so happy we got to reconnect.
Try, Snejka. Yeah, it's yeah, we need to call each other more often, you know.
Right?
And talk.
Girls, we're doing
Elena and I did this dance for a while on the phone, trying to reconnect. But thank you guys. Thank you so much for bringing me to your wonderful channel. I'm so glad. I actually I seen the advertising that you are posting on Instagram and I think Facebook as well. And every time I'm like, where can I find it? I need to go look. I wanna hear what John Kimmons has to say. I wanna hear what Boyka has to say. You know, I wanna hear all this. I think this is so wonderful because we used to chat at competitions. We used to catch up with each other. And now this is even better. You know, we can all be on the chat, not just between two people. It can be, you know, with all of us. So thank you for doing this. I think it's amazing.
Oh, we're having fun, that's for sure.
Keep having fun. That's what matters, you know?
Okay, everyone, we unfortunately have to stop this fun. Right? We'll post the link, and with the link, we'll for sure post the information about the contest so that you know which link to fill up for this amazing contest. I mean, I won this painting myself. I think I'm
joining the contest.
Right? I mean, are we qualified to join? I don't know. Yulichka, thank you so much. We love you. This was amazing. And we wish you good luck with everything and your baby. And I'm sure we'll chit chat again. Mwah.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Thank you so much.
I just wanna be happy, happy tonight.